Hi, this is Lori and Bob in Bar Harbor, morning after the election. And this is the scarf I wore November 1st to the Jill, speaking on behalf of Jill, in support of Jill, when I was being hauled out of the Bernie rally for simply holding this scarf in the air, arrested, handcuffed, hauled away, and charged with criminal trespass. So that's Hillary's idea of helping the revolution. And I believe that a revolutionary leader did get elected. The guy over across the finish line that was still talking to people, Donald Trump, made it all the way. He's going to be our leader, and we can get behind him and work with him now. I think we've got some advantages with Donald Trump. He, by virtue of having both parties attack him, and I've been there with running as an independent, he wasn't supported by the corporate interests, who are really taking this as a loss, although they'll start wrapping around this idea and getting behind it and trying to corrupt the election. But for now, this victory is with people. It's somebody who heard them. The graciousness of his speech last night, the shallowness of the Hillary non-concession was very evident. The inevitability of all of that, and the massive amount of propaganda and all the other things that worked to try to force her over the will of what the people wanted, and it didn't work. And I do see this as a victory. I'm also glad to see in Maine that in the race that I was running in the primary, when I lost to Diane Denk, the establishment Democrat, I believe that what doesn't work for people is the idea that the corporate interests that have trickled into the parties is not going to have the success that all the pundits and the news media, the mainstream media, believe that it will. I think that in the end, people have their say, and it's to be rejoiced in. I think this is a big change for everybody, but a change we've needed. We knew big change was coming. It had to come, and the fact that we've got it in the form of an election result is something to be celebrated. Looking at that concession speech last night from Donald Trump, seeing something in his eyes, I believe he can recognize the importance of what his role in this world means at this time, that we can start having a new way of relating as Americans, and not just by being toadies to the corporate interests that have tried to sabotage our entire country. We're well on the way with a Clinton victory of securing that, with that dynasty and that tie into corporate and corrupt monies, pay-to-play politics. And I think this is a victory for whistleblowers worldwide and all those who attempted to get the real messages out there so people could have an educated vote, an educated and informed decision-making process. So we chose our leader, chose the one we think is the best one. I think he'll be the less effective evil, so that means to me the greater good. And I celebrate Jill Stein for her tremendous campaign, and I hope she continues on to be a voice for people, because many people were saying in the news this morning, this is the time that both parties have to go down and be reformed at their base, and to listen more to independent voices and third-party candidates. This is a new time in our country, and I feel very gratified that the policies that I tried to put forward in my campaign with Bernie and then with Jill, and that Donald Trump is going to be the one who can strike out against what was going to be the continuation of the Obama policies and the policies of non-change and status quo establishment continuance. That is now over, and this is a new day. So let's celebrate it, let's work together, and let's make it a good new day. Thank you.